So regarding the ahara here, ahara and its effect over the manas has to be identified from other scriptures that is available. So in Charaka Samhita, so we can identify the detailed description regarding the ahara, its consumption, its effect over the body. But what about the manas? So till now, you might be knowing about ahara consumption, and it is divided into two parts. One is Sthula Bhaga and Sukshma Bhaga. So this is according to Charaka Samhita, or any of the other Samhitas also agree with this particular point, wherein it says that Sthula Bhaga becomes the Rasadi Dhatus, this is about the Sara Bhaga and the Kitta Bhaga they mentioned. That Sara Bhaga becomes the Rasadi Dhatu and Kitta Bhaga becomes the Mala. So this is what we understand. At the same time, how much of the ahara has to be taken is also explained. So in the Trivida Kukshiya Viman, it is explained as, the stomach is divided into three parts. Kukshi is divided into three parts. So the first part is filled with a solid food. The second part is filled with a liquid food, and the third part is kept as such. So this is the understanding. So the basic understanding of the ahara, what has been explained. So then there are there are ahara vidhi vishesha ayatanas. They are also explained. But today we'll discuss something new here. So exactly how ahara is having its influence over the manas. So this is not from the Charaka Samhita, but this is from the Chandogya Upanishad. So I'll share my screen here, so where you can see the references from the Chandogya Upanishad. So this is a Panchama Khanda of Chandogya Upanishad, wherein it explains Annam Ashitam Tredha Vidiyate Tasya ya Thavishto Dhatu Tat Purisham Bhavati Yo Madhyamas Tanmamsasyo Anishta Manaha. So this is very clearly here says Annam Ashitam, that which is taken will get divided into three parts. This is something you have to pay attention here. So whatever the food that is taken, when it goes into the abdomen or when it goes into the system, it divides itself into three parts. One is Tasya Thavishto Dhatu. That means that which is the Sthula Bhaga or the Sthula Bhaga becomes the Purisha here. So this is not regarding the Sara Bhaga and the Kitta Bhaga. So this is directly, he divides the food into three parts. So body divides the food into three parts. One is Sthula Bhaga, that is becomes the Purisha. Yo Madhyama Tan Mamsaha, the Madhyama Bhaga which is present, that becomes Mamsadi Dhatu. Yo Anishta Tan Manaha, the Sukshma Bhaga becomes the Mana. This is a direct reference of ahara is having its influence over the Mana. So again, it has been explained. See, in the विशेषार्थ it has been पुरुष से खाया हुआ अन्न जठरानल में पचमान होकर स्थूल, मध्यम और अत्यंत सूक्ष्म रूप से तीन प्रकार में विभक्त होता है. तो it divides itself into three parts. उस मुक्त अन्न का जो अत्यंत स्थूल भाग है वह मल हो जाता है. तो स्थूल भाग becomes the mala. तथा भोजन किया हुआ अन्न का जो मध्यम भाग है वह रसादिक क्रम में परिणत होकर मांस हो जाता है. The मध्यम भाग becomes मांसादि रसादि मांस रसादि सप्ताह. उस मुक्त अन्न को जो अति सूक्ष्म भाग है वह मन का आप्यायक हो जाता है. This means the सूक्ष्म भाग of the food that we take becomes the manas or influences the manas. So this is about the shloka that says about mana its influence there. Again, apam pita strido. So this is not only limited to the food. What about the jala? So whatever the water that we consume, apaha pita stredha vidiyante tasam ya thavishto dhatu tan mutram bhavati yo madhyamastal lohitaha yo anishta sa prana. So here also he says apa pita stredho. So if you drink the water, so this is not regarding the manas, this is regarding the prana. So what he says about the manas and the prana, that will go further when we go. He gives a very beautiful example. How food nourishes the mana and how water maintains the prana. The example has been given below, that will go. आपां पीतस्त्रिधो विधीयन्ते तासां यः सविष्टो धातु तन्मूत्रा भवति यो मध्यमस्तल्लोहिता यो अनिष्टा स प्राण. So again, whatever the water that is consumed becomes three parts. One is the savishto dhatu tan mutra bhavati. The sthula bhaga of the water that we consume becomes the mutra. Yo madhyamasta lohita. So the madhyama bhaga becomes the lohita dhatu or the rasadi jaliya dhatu. Yo anishtha sa prana. The sukshma part of the jala becomes prana. So again, Visheshartha has been explained here. पुरुष से पिया हुआ जल जठरानल में पच्यमान होकर स्थूल, मध्यम और अत्यंत सूक्ष्म रूप ये तीन प्रकार में विभक्त हो जाता है. तो इट गेट्स डिवाइडेड इनटू थ्री टाइप्स. उस पीत जल का जो अत्यंत सूक्ष्म भाग है वह मूत्र हो जाता है. स्थूल भाग बिकम्स मूत्र. तत् पिए हुए जल का मध्यम भाग है वह रक्त हो जाता है. द मध्यम भाग ऑफ द वाटर दैट कंज्यूम्ड बिकम द जला, सॉरी, बिकम्स द लोहिता. और उस पीत जल का जो अति सूक्ष्म भाग है वह प्राण होके आप्यायक हो जाता है. सो द वट एवर द लेफ्ट पार्ट बिकम्स द आप्यायक becomes the prana. So this you have to keep it in mind, the prana. So the prana and the mana. So this is explained. Then tejo ashitam tridha vidhiyate. So tejo ashita tridha vidhiyate. So this is regarding the ghrutadi, this one. So ghrita taila. So here it has been explained. So ghrita taila, if at all it is concerned, then also it again divides into three parts. So savishto dhatu tad asti bhavati yo madhyamasa majhayo anishtasa vak. So this is about the vak. So when he says, so consider it as a ghrita here, ghrutadi taila. So we'll take an example of the ghrita. When a ghrita is consumed, the stula dhatu becomes the asti, madhyama dhatu becomes the majja, and the sukshma dhatu becomes the vak. So this is explained again. So further we'll move. So again he says the same thing. Annamayam hi somya manaha. See. So again he comes back to the same verse. Annamayam hi, this, after giving these verses he says Annamayam hi somya maya. Somya means he is explaining a person called a somya here. Annamayam hi somya manaha apo mayaha prana tejo mayi vag iti. So Anna is doing the pradana of mana. Apa is doing the pradana of prana, and the Teja is doing the pradana of vak. So this has been explained. Bhuya eva ma bhagavan vijnapayat tvitihi tata somya hitavocha. So there he explained, He Somarha Priyadarshan Putra Shvetketu. So he is explaining to the Shvetketu. The Guru is explaining to the Shvetketu where he says, मुक्तन्ह अत्यंत सूक्ष्म भाग मन का आप्यायक है. इससे अन्नमयी यानी अन्न का परिणाम मन है तथा पिए हुए जल का अत्यंत सूक्ष्म भाग प्राण है, आप्यायक है. इससे आपोमयी यानी जल का परिणाम प्राण है. भुक्त घृतादि तेज अत्यंत सूक्ष्म भाग ही वाणी का आप्यायक है. इससे तेजोमय यानी घृतादि तेजों का परिणाम वाणी है. तो इस उपदेश को सुनकर पुनः श्वेत केतु ने कहा और पूछा, गुरुदेव, भक्त अन्न जल और तेज का सूक्ष्म क्रम से मन प्राण और वाणी को आप्यायक है, यह जो श्रीमान ने उपदेश दिया है वह मेरी समझ में नहीं आया. So he is not understanding how this is happening. So I'll enlarge it so that you can see. So he was not understanding how this is possible. He is not getting it without an example. If I tell you, then you will say that yes sir, it is agreeable. But so here the Shishya did not understand it. समझ में नहीं आया. इससे भगवान आप कृपा करके फिर भी मुझे समझाइए और भली भांति दृष्टांत से पूर्व. So give me an example and explain it to me. So then he says, okay, fine. So now he will give an example. दद्नाः सौम्याः मत्यमानस्य यो अणीयमानस्य ऊर्ध्वं समुदिशति तत् सर्पि भवति. So this is about the how it becomes, that is there. Then so here he explains दद्नाः सौम्याः. So how the ghrita is occurring, similar way he explains. So keep this as an example here. See, मध्यमानस्य यो अणिमास्य ऊर्ध्वं समुदीशति तत् सर्पी भवति. हाउ द सर्पी अकर, जिस प्रकार मंथन दंड आदि से मथे जाने हुए दधी का जो अत्यंत सूक्ष्म भाव है वह नवनीत है और ऊपर भली भांति इकट्ठा हो जाता है, वह घृत होता है. सो आफ्टर बॉइलिंग इट बिकम्स द घृत. दिस इज हाउ ही सेज. सो व्हेन ए फूड इज टेकन, इट हैज टू गो फॉर द मथना, इट हैज टू गो फॉर द processing, then only the घृता occurs. Similarly the mana becomes. Then again he explains. So this is how it nourishes the mana that has been used. एवमेव खलु सौम्य अन्नस्य आशयमानस्य यो अणीना स ऊर्ध्वं समुदीशति तत् मनो भवति. So that which comes above after processing of the things, that is called as the mana. जिस प्रकार पहले मंत्र में दधी का दृष्टांत दिया गया है निश्चय करके, उसी प्रकार कीप दैट एग्जाम्पल इन योर माइंड. प्रियदर्शन पुत्र श्वेतकेतु, मनुष्यों से भोजन किया हुआ अन्न का जो अत्यंत सूक्ष्म है वह ऊपर भली भांति आ जाता है और वही अहंकारिक मन की प्रवृत्ति करने वाला होता है. सो दिस इज ही एक्सप्लेन. सो not only that, then again he gives one more example. So the next, this the same principle, how the घृता occurs after the dhadi mathana. The same examples, same दृष्टांत is kept for others also. आपाम सौम्य पीयमाना यो अणीना ऊर्ध्वः समुदीशति स प्राणो भवति. Similarly, when the processing of the water is taken or the water is understood, so the sukshma will come up in the form of prana. So this is what he example, the same example. Similarly, the tejas, when ghृतादि is consumed, how it does the pranana of, or how it becomes the vani, that is also given. But still, so and finally he concludes. So now the session is not over here. So here he concludes, but still it is not understood by the student. Then again he explains. अन्नमयं हि सौम्यः मना आपोमयः प्राणस्तेजोमयी हि वागिति भूय एव भगवान् विज्ञापयत्वति तथा सौम्येति हेत्वाच. So this is to the again concluding statement given by the Guru. So here, so this is the example. Finally we come to this particular sloka where he gives a final example to the Shishya. Shodasha kalaha soumya purushaha. So soumya refers to the Shishya. Shodasha kala purushaha panchadashani mashi kamamapaha piba apamayaha prano na pibato vichet sata syata iti. So this is bit difficult to read because this is a Upanishad Bhashya. So we have read about Charaka Samhita and Sushruta Samhita. It is somewhat bit different from that. So the words or the aksharas or the letters that are identified in Charaka, Sushruta, Vagbhata may not be similarly identified in this particular text. This is older than that. So here what he explains is, so here he says, Shishya, don't go for food for 15 days. हे सोमारः प्रियदर्शन श्वेतकेतु, जीवात्मा 16 कला युक्त है. The जीवात्मा which is 16 कला, having 16 कला, षोडश कला. यदि इसकी परीक्षा करनी है, if you want to examine how this occurs, so when I said that ahara is mana, jala is prana, and घृता is vak. So I will give an example for first two here, that is prana and the mana, ahara and the jal. So इसलिए परीक्षा करनी हो तो तुम भोजन मत करो. So भोजन मत करो. How many days? 15 days. अपनी इच्छा के अनुसार पानी पियो. So you drink water, only water. पीत बल के सूक्ष्म भाग से प्राण की वृद्धि करने वाला है, इससे जलमय प्राण है, इसलिए जल पीते हुए तेरे प्राण नहीं जाएगा, शरीर से वियुक्त नहीं होगा, ऐसा आचार्य उद्दालक महर्षि ने कहा. So Uddalaka Maharshi as a guru explained to Shvetaketu that go and do not go for Panchadashahani Mashi. So for 15 days, don't go for a food, only go for water. How much ample amount of water you want, you drink that, don't go for food. So he did not go for food. And remember, this is 16 kalas of prana. So for the 15 days, so you may, so you will not die definitely, because prana prinana will be done by the jala. So here mana we are not explaining because you are not taking food, so mana will not be done the prina. And then, so after 15 days, सह पंचदशाह्निनाशः अतः हैनुमुपससादं किं ब्रुवामि भो इति रुचः सौम्याः यञ्जूषि समानितिः स उवाच न वैमा प्रतिभान्ति भो इति। सुप्रसिद्ध श्वेत केतु ने अन्नमय मन को समझने के लिए अपने गुरुदेव की आज्ञा स्वीकार करके सो ही agreed to what his guru said and 15 दिन भोजन नहीं किया. So he did not eat his food for 15 days. तत्पश्चात 16th day Shvetaketu came to his teacher उद्धालक महर्षि और साष्टांग प्रणिपात. Even after that many days see his गुरु भक्ति, साष्टांग प्रणिपात करके सविनय हाथ जोड़कर उसने कहा कि हे पूज्यपाद भगवान गुरुदेव आपके सामने मैं क्या पढ़ूं. So he was there to study. So he went after 15 days. So Guru has given him 15 days of leave so that not to take the food, only to take the water and come for study after 15 days. So he came for studying after 15 days. So listening to this, so Udhalak Maharishi told, so you read whatever you were reading earlier, that is Rig Veda or Yajurveda or Samaveda, whichever is your favorite subject, you read that. Then again Shvetaketu said, हे पूज्यपाद मुझे इस समय कुछ भी ऋग्वेद दादी नहीं मन में भासित होता है. So after 15 days of not having any food, he is not able to concentrate on the ऋग्वेद आदि. अर्थात इस समय सबकी विस्मृत सा प्रतीत हो. So he is forgetting everything. So he is forgetting the thing. तम हुआच तथा सौम्य महतो इसका अंग. So I will tell you the meaning of this. Then he explains, सोमार प्रियदर्शन पुत्र, जिस प्रकार ईंधन से शांति बड़ी महती अग्नि का एक जुगनू का समान एक छोटा अंगार अवशिष्ट रह जाए तो उस स्वध्योत मात्र अंगार के बहुत छोटे परिणाम वाले वस्तु को भी अग्नि अधिक जला नहीं सकती. So as the fire which is very small, so you might have been given example that a small fire can burn a whole building, that's a different thing, but the fire is stable and you want to burn a particular thing with that particular small amount of fire, which is not possible. So you can light a matchstick and you can burn the whole building, that's a different issue. You have to keep the matchstick in your hand and you have to take something in other hand and you have to keep it on that to burn it. Now you cannot burn it for a longer duration of time. So that's the same example has been given here. उसी प्रकार है सोमार प्रियदर्शन पुत्र श्वेत केतु, तेरा अन्नोचित मन के 16 अंशों में से एक ही अंश अवशिष्ट यानी बाकी रह गया है. That's why we said 15 days he was not eating. That means 15 kalas are not given nourishment. So the only one kala was there, that is the nearest one to the prana, was given the pranana by the water. 15 दिन अन्न को नहीं भोजन करने से 15 अंश नष्ट हो गए हैं. इस समय उस अवशिष्ट एक लघु अंश के द्वारा ऋग्वेद यजुर्वेद और सामवेद का तो स्मरण नहीं कर सकता. अच्छा अब भोजन कर तब तो मेरी बात समझ जाएगा. So then he was sent again to have his food and come. So after having food, what happened? So श्वेत केतु ने अन्न भोजन किया. तत्पश्चात वह अपने गुरुदेव उद्धालक महर्षि के पास आया. तब आए वह उस श्वेत केतु ने अरुणी महर्षि ने जो कुछ भी पूछा उस सबको श्वेत केतु ने यथार्थ जान अर्थात सबको उत्तर ठीक ठीक दिया. That means that food is having direct relation to that of the mana. So this was explained by Uddalaka Maharshi to his son or to his shishya, that is Shvetaketu. So this is how. So initially we identified that first how much food has to be taken, then how much water has to be consumed, and how a food is divided into three parts, that is Sthula, Madhyama and Sukshma. Similarly, water is also divided into Sthula, Madhyama and Sukshma. Similarly, Grathadi are divided into Sthula, Sukshma and Madhyama and Sukshma, in which food which is divided into three parts, Sthula, Madhyama, Sukshma, and Sthula becomes Purisha, Madhyama becomes Mamsadi, and Sukshma becomes Manaha. Similarly, in the water, the Jala which is taken, Sthula becomes Mutra, Madhyama becomes Lohita, and Sukshma becomes Prana. Similarly, in the Ghrutadi, the Sthula becomes Athi, Madhyama becomes the Majja, Sukshma becomes the Vak or the Vani. So this is the explanation. And the Shodasha Kalavarita Prana, so with an example, with a practical demonstrable example, it has been explained wherein Shvetaketu did not have food for 15 days on command of his guru. So as it was a 16 kala, that is Shodasha Kala, for 15 days he could survive because prana is having 16 kala. So 16 days his prana was, on the 16th day his prana was not affected, it was still having some pranana, but his mana was not in his control. Why? Because the pranana of the mana was not done. That is only possible by the food. After taking the food, he was able to concentrate on the Rigvedadi Patya Krama, so which he was not able to do when he was on empty stomach. So this is the understanding given by the Uddalaka Maharshi regarding the mana and the ahara. So then we have some more things that we'll discuss later.